Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome to this lovely sunny day on Arma 3. Now today I thought I'd take a look at some of these drones, some of these unmanned vehicles. Now I've got 3 lined out. I've put the other ones down the side there, but for the first one we're going to take a look at is this Greyhawk, the MQ-4A Greyhawk. Now it's loaded up with, you can see, pretty much 6 missiles there. It's also got flares and a few other little bits, nothing particularly amazing, but it's more about the rockets with this thing, I think. And obviously the fact that it's unmanned. Now originally I didn't do a video straight away on this because there was a few little bugs that were causing a bit of a problem trying to do the demo, but most of them have been sorted out now. There's a few little bugs where if you put the backpack down you can't pick it up, which is, as I say, this is the development build anyway, so this is not a live copy. So, right, anyway. First of all, to take control of this drone, what you need is this backpack, and inside this backpack you have a terminal, and basically with this backpack, or this terminal, you can now connect to any unmanned vehicle. So you literally just walk up to it, scroll the wheel, and you go connect to terminal, clicks on connect, there we go, I'm connected. So now what I'm going to do is get out the runway. Oh, wrong button. Move over rear, crouch down a little bit, park up about here. And then what we're going to do now, take control. So there we are. So now I've taken control. So what I can actually do now is I can release control and then disconnect from this this drone. And then I can go up to another vehicle and take control of that one. But you can obviously only do one at a time, obviously. Now, there's obviously 2 views. There's this view and this view. Now, before we actually take off, let me just point something out. When you're actually firing the missiles, there is an option to press the T button. A very annoying noise, but press the T button and it pretty much locks onto targets, so they're vehicles and so on. So that makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so what we're going to do, put the flaps down, start her up. Now to actually move it, I don't know why, but normally, you know, the helicopters and everything will configure to Q and Z, but this seems to be Shift and Z. So tap Shift first of all. There we go. Pretty much started now. And what I'm going to do is just get up to about 30, I suppose, maybe just under 30 now. We're going to do a U-turn. Now the idea is to keep that white line, centre line above the horizon. That would prevent you from crashing. That is the initial plan. And we're going to do a U-turn here. Lined up. And away we go. Pick up some speed. Now I'm controlling this with a mouse. It's fortunately all I've got, so I don't really have a choice. Should take off around about, it's about 88, 90 I found, just over. There we go. Is it going up? Are we going up? Yeah, we're going up. Yeah, just over 100. There we go. Keep it steady on the takeoff. Now, you'd be quite surprised actually. I don't know if it's realistic or not, but you can actually get quite a harsh incline. Look. Bit of a nosedive. Now, very good reason, this is why you need to be in this view. Without this view, it's very difficult to control it. I don't know, it sort of makes sense really, but the point is in normal sort of armour, you know, planes and everything, you could fly it in the other view, but it's very difficult flying it in that other view like this. It's very hard. I mean, I've tried it. You can a little bit, you just got to be very careful because obviously things can go wrong. Now, while we're here, it's also got undercarriage as well, so put the gear up. There we go. Jump back in here. Now, let's do a couple of missile fire runs. Obviously, I can't lock on into any targets, so keeping the power on. So what we're going to do, we can fly low if you want, or we can fly high, but for the demonstration, let's just try and keep it on the horizon. Let's pick something we want to go target. Maybe that building there. Go, and then move back down. Did I actually put the flaps up? I think so. Can't quite remember. So yeah, like I said, it's relatively easy to fly once you're up in the sky. But what I would say is very hard is landing. Like most I say simulators, or anything like when you're flying a plane, it's always going to be pretty hard. And I've struggled with it so far, to be honest with you. It's been pretty hard. So we're going to give it a go anyway. So first thing we're going to do start decreasing a little bit of speed now because I'm flying along here. Just drop that down a little bit, maybe to about 200 maybe. Put the gear down. Drop down a little bit more maybe. Now I want to start getting online now. Not online am I, but I can salvage this. Confident. There we go. Let's try and get to where we were earlier. And I can show you the other controlled vehicles as well while we're here. Just about. So that was actually relatively successful. Now quite easy now, all you've got to do, engine off, and then release the controls. It will take off and go and fly now, and you're going to say, oh, wasn't it? It's just the way I configured it. God, I've got to cut that short, didn't he? So we can actually see it. So actually, it's quite quiet actually. Once it's actually up in the air, I mean, you can't really hear it. I know it's quite far away now, but just looks like a little glider, doesn't it? God, that's awful. And imagine that coming down and firing a couple of Hellfire missiles at you. There it goes. Very quiet, isn't it? So, okay, moving on. The next one we got. This is it, guys. Now, there's two versions of this, actually. This Stomper. The first version's without the gun. Well, I was pointing to showing you that because it's all about the... Well, you know what I mean. I might as well show you the one with the gun. So, same thing again. Let me just, first of all, I think I actually need to... where he's gone. There he is. Got a field day there, isn't he? So disconnect from that one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to here we go. Actually, I'm standing a little bit near, aren't I? Kill myself, you never know. Move over here a little bit. There we go. And then we're take control. Now, very similar actually. You've got this sort of view. First of all, you can bop about like this if you wanted to. Now this is the normal WS keys. It's actually a shame. What would be really good with this is if two people could take control of it. One could do the gun and one could do the driving, if you know what I mean. That'd be pretty cool. So, okay, so you've got this view obviously. You can see it here as we're moving around. Now to take control of the gun, I don't think we've actually got any targets. We'll have a look. Simply just scroll and then take control of the turret. Now obviously you've got the free fire, or you can actually go in and use the Arma, which is probably advisable really. We've got a few rounds in it. We've got grenade launcher, which is sort of pretty much the going rate thing for most of the vehicles now. They seem to all have the grenade launchers. Obviously, you've got the machine gun as well. Pretty devastating, really. Now, the only downside I would say with that, really, is, you know, it's pretty vulnerable. It's just as vulnerable being in a car. Okay. He's only filled out there, isn't he? He's pretty vulnerable, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just a vehicle with a gun mounted on it. So if someone shoots it, you know, this is what I was thinking. If someone starts shooting the tyres, you know, it's just going to deflate and not be able to move. So, alright, along here somewhere, I have... There it is, next part. Let me just disconnect from that one. Now, when this is not fully... Well, it is working, but there is a slight issue with this. Here he comes. Slight issue with this at the moment, and that is that the idea with this is you can fold it up and put it in a backpack, you know, and carry it with you. And then when you get to a specific location, what you can then do is you can take it out of your backpack, take control of it, and then fly over the enemy to see what's actually there. Now, in principle, that's fantastic, but the problem is, I know it's only a bug, but at the moment, when you put it in a backpack and it goes into the backpack on the floor, you can't pick the backpack up, if that makes any... So well, if you try the development copy, there's no point doing disassemble because it gets stuck. So we're going to connect to it anyway, and what we're going to do is move back here. This thing is actually bloody hard to... I found it really difficult to fly. It's really twitchy, really, you know, controls are hard. You would have thought this would have been the easiest one. So, take control. Here we are. Now, you've got this view, and this view, very similar. You have to do it in this view, guys. There's no doubt about that. You know, trying to take off this thing is so... I'm in the grass a little bit here. So as you can see, now you can fly about. The idea is now to obviously fly over the enemy. Or to just basically fly over somewhere to identify the threat before you get there. I wouldn't advise doing what I'm doing because it makes it very, very difficult. Just doing it so you can have a look round. So you can see that'd be pretty good surveillance there. You could say, yeah, there's a man in the second compound, blah, blah, blah. So I really like this one. I like it more because it's probably less... It's more about surveillance rather than just firing Hellfire missiles. So we're going to try and make a landing now and see how we get on. They're not easy, these. As I say, they're not bloody easy. Well, I was pretty pleased with that. I wonder if I can actually take off and then land over there. Probably got going a bit too far now. Hang on, let's just give it a go. Definitely an knack to this. Definitely a knack. Whoa. There we go. Totally destroyed. Well, better than the drone. I don't think you can repair it now. It's game over. Yeah, game over. Probably wasn't a good idea dropping it in the bushes, really, was it? So, he's still flying around, isn't he? He's loving it, isn't he? Now, like I said, it was just a quick sort of demonstration, really. I'm not going to sit here for doing it for hours and hours, and like a couple of my other videos I've done on the vehicles. It was more about an introduction. I think once the bugs are ironed out, you can then actually go into doing a proper video, because at the moment what I would have liked to have done is unpack it. Can I actually try it? See if it works. So the problem is obviously once you've done that, now you can't, because I haven't got the backpack on, I can't control it. So yeah, so it's slightly annoying. But anyway, hopefully once they sort that out, that'd be, you know, you better pack it away, because what you want to better do now is go over to here, and then we disassemble it. And then you can't pick the backpack up. So, like I said, there's a couple little bugs they need to sort out. I know they're aware of it. They said it on the live stream as well, so I know they're going to be sorting it out. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm quite happy that I've got to the end of the video, and okay, I did crash the little one, but I was glad that I actually managed to land that first my first landing, because I actually did about 5 or 6 demos and crashed every time. Can't wait until the jets come into the game. That's what I was hoping today. I thought I was going to log in and maybe they might have had a jet. I've seen them in the live stream in the development branch, but I think they need to sort out the drone issues first. There's only little ones, and nothing major, but I think they need to sort of address him first before they introduce something, a new vehicle. Otherwise, it's like, you know, there's no point doing that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, short video today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe.